It is Tuesday. I have possibly my last two markets for the year coming up this weekend. One on Friday night, which is an outdoor market, and I don't entirely know how I'm going to set up for that because I don't usually do outdoor markets. And second is my usual old bus depot on Sunday. And I have been so inspired by my lovely friend Kayla, the girl who nuts, and she does all these market vlogs, and I thought, you know what? This will help me make sure that I'm more prepared for this weekend and not leave it to the last minute. Okay, spoiler alert, it's now Thursday. Yeah, that didn't work out. Thursday afternoon, I'm heading off first to check out the site for the market tomorrow night. I'm a little bit nervous. One, no one will see me. And two, well, mostly just that no one will find me because I'm kind of a bit of a late addition. It does mean I'm not with everyone else selling artisan things. So anyway, I'm gonna go check out the site this afternoon, and I'm also gonna stop by the shops to grab a couple of things to try and help illuminate my stand. So let's go do that. So I'm out in Hall and I've done my little recce. I think I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go ahead with it. Okay, I'm back. Successful shopping adventure. I got some more craft bags because I luckily remembered while I was at Spotlight that I'm running low. So I got some big ones that should hopefully fit my A3 prints, as well as some fun festive red small ones, more envelopes, some bulldog clips for fun festive things to decorate my stall tomorrow. Light up tinsel to wrap around my little tote display rack. Battery operated lights, which I will use in some way with my stall. Now I need to wrap the totes rack and start going through my inventory, put batteries in these. Let's go. I don't actually know how long I needed. She might just reach. One set done. All right, and now we have my Christmasified totes rack. I'll actually display them like this so that people can see the size, they can feel them, and get a sense for them, because the way that I sell them to people is packaged up like this with a little belly band, and so rather than people having to take them out all the time, they can just have a look at the full display here. These are the designs I have currently available. I am doing a clearance of these ones in particular. I also am trying to sell the rest of this stock because I want to repurchase this beautiful floral pattern, but in this nice brownie taupey fabric, because it just is a lot softer. And I feel like sometimes people get intimidated by the white, but they are machine washable, and the color of the printing stays really well through multiple washes. Now this is done, I'm going to go put it near my front door so that I start getting everything out of the studio that I'm gonna need. The next thing I need to go through is this big tub. This is a little bit of a miscellaneous tub. I keep all of my prints and my watercolor originals in a separate tub, but this holds things like props, my stand for my calendars. I'm gonna need to pack my calendars as well. I think I'm just gonna start from scratch because there's some stuff in here I no longer need. And calendars. I don't anticipate that I'll sell that many. If I do, that'll be fabulous. So usually for markets, I have greeting cards, and I have 6 different designs of those. But obviously during Christmas gifting season, I like to swap that out for my Christmas cards. So I'm going to take out all of these regular greeting cards from my holder, my display, and replace it with Christmas cards. Okay, it's getting late. I'm running out of steam. I'm gonna leave the rest to do tomorrow morning before I do some work from home. I don't have much left to do. All I've got is miscellaneous creative things like price displays and things, and then also just want to go through my tub of artworks. There's a couple that I need to put prices on and put in sleeves, and I've also got to stamp my bags with my little handmade stamp that I made. So those 3 things, and then I will be good to go for tomorrow afternoon. Happy Friday. It is market day. I am all glammed up, ready to go this afternoon. Not dressed, not wearing this to the markets, but I am finishing the last bits and bobs of packing. So I have my little crate here. My crate, when I have like a full setup, does hold my notebooks, but I'm probably not going to put them out at this market. They're not a great seller, to be honest, and I don't know if that's based on the design. It's just like a lined notebook. I mean, I know people don't really write too much anymore, so it also just becomes a bit of a carry crate. I have things like my business cards, my business card holder, my Christmas lights that I'll put up, little tags of prices for when I take bigger pieces of artwork as well, and my little signs that I have for my different display stock items. I also have things like bulldog clips to help keep the covers of my tables clipped to my table so they don't fly off in any wind, and my little square machine, which I probably need to charge just to be doubly sure that it's got enough charge in it, hand sanitizer. So I'm going to get this organized, and then I'm going to get my stamp out and I'm going to stamp some of my bags. I'm also going to take this artwork with me. I have a travel easel that I usually put up behind me, and I think for a Christmas market this is both my style, and it's green, which a lot of my art is green because I love that color. It's my favorite color, but it's also a bit Christmassy, I feel. So this is the original artwork I'm going to take to hopefully sell today. Yeah. Each original artwork comes with a certificate of authenticity. I then put it in a polyurethane bag to keep it safe from the weather, and then for bigger pieces like these I usually put a card backing in them as well. And let's get dressed. Okay, not what we had planned, but it'll do the job. I am on my way. It is a bit windier outside than it was forecast to. Let's fingers crossed that where I set up is a bit more sheltered. Okay, slight change of plans. I am out on the street, which is fabulous because I will get to get some more foot traffic. And a bit bigger setup. Hopefully the wind calms down a little bit. It's picking up every now and then, but so far I think I've rigged up my totes rack to kind of be steady, but there you go, there's the wind. Fingers crossed tonight's a good one. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Trying to keep warm. Where is the summer weather?
Yeah, I know.
It's completely
Always at a market or something happens.
Oh, right. A bit of wind too. Please feel free to flick through anything.
Is this like your own
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Wow.
All mine. So those are all the originals, and then I have some prints as well.
Yeah, wow.
Right. Thanks. I'm here all night. Thank you. My art at the moment is very cottage cozy vibe, and so you don't necessarily find that everywhere in Australia. It's not easy. So yeah, sometimes it's taking inspo from online and creating something from that. Got my dinner from Jacko Pizza. Okay, that is the end of the whole market, and it was absolutely worth it. I got really lucky that I got put on the street. I think if I'd been off to the side, I definitely would have gotten way less foot traffic. It was right across from the pizza place, which meant even while people were waiting for their pizza order, they had a little browse. Not many of those turned into sales, but still, you know, a bit of interest. I haven't done the exact math, but I made quite a bit. I sold quite a lot. Nearly sold all 10 calendars that I took with me. I sold out of some of my bookmarks. They were really popular. It is almost 8:30. I packed up a little bit early because it was really cold. It was actually really quite cold tonight. But I am ready to go home, have a warm shower, a warm cup of tea, and a rest. And then I got a few things tomorrow, and then I do it all over again for old Bus Depot on Sunday. And he's hoping it will be as successful as tonight was. It is Sunday. It is almost 8 a.m. But thankfully I just left all of my stuff in the car from Friday night, so I don't have to worry about packing the car again. I did restock my totes and calendars, and I just got to grab some brekkie, grab a bit of food for the day, and then I am off to my second market. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a bit tired today. I've never done 2 markets on the same weekend, so this is a little experiment. First didn't respond, and then I pursued, hello, and she just looked at the price and she said to me, it's not worth it. Potatoes are 100% organic Australian cotton, printed by another small business. The machine washable, they've got a really nice long sturdy strap that actually fits over your shoulder. They're worth the money. It's 11:15. I have not made stall fee yet. I have 2 sales. Not even no sales. I haven't even made stall fee. I just don't know that these markets are a good fit for my business anymore. It's really hard to tell. Some market days are amazing, like Hull was for me, and then others are like this. And when I work full time and I'm giving up my minimal free time to do this, you gotta start to think cost benefit after a while. On the plus side, I did do a cute little market artwork. It is 12:30. I have not broken even, and this is really solidified for me. I'm not going to do old Bus Depot markets anymore, so I'm going to probably start packing down soon and head home, call it a day, because there's not really, there's a few people wandering around, but it's pretty quiet here, so cutting my losses. Okie dokes. It is a few days since the market, so let's do a little bit of a recap before I close out this video with my big market weekend reflections. So obviously, hopefully it came through from the clips I took at Hull, but it was simply a really incredible market. I don't think I've had such a successful market potentially ever. And I just sold way more than I could have hoped, but more importantly, just the vibes are really high. getting to see so many people, especially families, and interacting with some kids who having some really lovely chats with kids who love being creative, and just encouraging that as much as I could was really special. So the whole street fair was absolutely worth it. In terms of numbers, in case anyone wants to know, I made at the market, I sold $761 worth of products. It only cost me $30 to be at the market. And so I had a net profit of $731. Obviously, I'm not taking into account how much it costs for me to make or purchase each product. For instance, I have profit margins for my tote bags and my prints and all those kinds of products, nor have I factored in the time for the original artworks that sold. But if we were just to take the $731, I was at that market for about 3.5 hours. I ended up closing up just after 8 o'clock. So that's at a rate of just over $200 an hour, which is fantastic. So an incredible outcome for that market. Unfortunately, Sunday was nowhere near as successful and was really challenging. I have made the decision that I won't return to the old bus depot markets, at least not under the current ownership. It really just didn't feel supported there, and just feel like the crowd and the vibe is unfortunately not what it used to be. There's a lot of trash and treasure stalls, if we're being completely frank. There's people there that are claiming to sell handmade. It's not handmade, and the quality means that they can sell things a lot cheaper, which makes it difficult for someone like me who needs to price her products fairly to, be able to make even a small profit. It makes it almost impossible for me to sell when there are other people offering such cheap products. I think it's also a bit of the energy of that space that it is weekly, and that means a lot of people just presume if they see something they like, they can come get it next weekend, not knowing that a lot of us are only there part-time. I used to only go once a month, but that mentality means a lot of people were just kind of window shopping. I was fortunate to have a few friends stop by, which was amazing, and they bought some products off me. Hopefully with, their purchases and their support, I did sell $376 worth of stock on Sunday, but the store fee was $125. So my net profit from Sunday was only $251, which only works out to be just over $50 an hour. And again, that's not taking into account all of the costs to make and create and prepare those products, even to prepare my stall. My plan moving forward for 2026 is to really invest and really pursue looking into doing some specialty markets, because I really still do love the market experience. I just need to be a little bit more choosy. I really would love to get into handmade Canberra. It's quite competitive. There's a lot of artists already who are in it, and rightfully so. The people who run handmade don't want it oversaturated, so they are do have caps, which I fully respect, and I'm hoping that next year a spot opens up that I might be able to take. And I'm going to look into some other smaller kind of one-off markets that I might be able to participate in. Other things for my business, in case you're wondering, I do have a teaching part of my business and a watercolor for beginners course, an online course that you can take at your own pace. I'll pop a link down in the description that you can go to my website and sign up to be an email subscriber to find out be one of the first to find out when I do launch my course. When I launch it, I'll do, a little bit of an introductory discount offer for that launch week. But then it'll be up and available. It is nature themed. It will take you through all of your art foundations, your key watercolor techniques, and some practice lessons to put into effect all of those tools and tips that you've learnt along the way to really tap into your creativity in a supported environment that you can completely make your own. So that is taking up some of my time. I do have one last market for the year. I'm doing it at the Planty Peeps, Gracias Flowers and Teddy's Matcha are doing a joint holiday mini market on the 6th of December. So I will be there. I cannot wait. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded. might be uploaded after that market happens. I'm not going to vlog that one. That one I'm just going to get through at this time of year, to be honest. So I have that. I have a European collection to start painting, like teaching, and a few other little fun products and commissions on the books for next year. So plenty more to happen, and I want to be sharing more on this YouTube channel. So hopefully, if you've enjoyed this, follow along. There are more things to be coming in the new year.